Barely functioning. Barely functioning. Barely functioning.
We're here. We're doing this. Our first episode.
Our first episode.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Also, can you sound a little bit more excited? You sound depressed. Like
Not-
a little bit more energy.
Yeah, got the point. Not
Okay.
depressed, just tired. But yes, let's do this.
Drum
This is
roll.
our first episode.
Woo.
I'm Narine,
I'm Ermelinda.
and together we are
The
barely. This is why I'm tired. I repeated this to you bajillion times. There is no the.
Yes.
There's no the. Barely functioning duo. Oh my God. That took us forever to get it
I
out.
was calling it the dysfunctional duo for a minute, so
Yeah,
it
definitely.
takes me- maybe I should learn our own podcast name. Let's start with that, okay?
Let's start with that. But why are we doing this?
Why are we here?
I feel like we know that we don't have life figured out. So we are barely functioning, and we decided we cannot be the only ones, right?
Yeah. And like, yeah. I'm still thinking about the barely. It doesn't make any sense.
Dysfunctional duo. Joking.
Okay. Well, I think that what's great about the podcast that we're doing right now, we want to create a space where people can come in, join our group, join our dysfunctional group, and be their authentic selves. It's okay to be overthinking, tired, stressed, and maybe you don't have it together. And this is not a place where you come to have it all together. This is a place where you join our dysfunctional group.
Yeah.
And we can laugh through it.
Absolutely. And I mean, life's a lot, and it's okay not to be okay. We're here to have honest conversations.
Very honest.
Very honest. Zero filters.
Very real.
Raw. And laugh.
Yeah.
Get through it together, as we do always.
And we're going to talk about friendship.
Our first episode,
First
yeah.
episode is about friendship. How come we've been friends together for over 16 years? How have I been putting up with you for 16 years? Things like that. What keeps a friendship going for 16 years or more, or whatever many years you have? And why maybe some friendships fall apart. So,
I bet you did some research about this.
I came prepared.
Yeah,
you know me with my
bullet
bullet points. The bullet points I never read. Okay, so I have to read this because I forget everything that I read. It's Harvard study. I sound so intelligent right now.
So intelligent.
Running since the 1930s. And they say that the biggest factor in long-term happiness isn't money or health. It's good relationships, like
Meaningful.
real friendships, because that carries you through life. So,
Okay, so in the middle of the night when we call each other like at 2 a.m. to just complain and recharge, that's good for our health.
yeah, I'm good for your health. You're good for my health at 2 a.m.
I love it.
I mean,
We should do it more often
I
again.
do it. I think I abuse that.
Because sometimes,
And then
yeah.
there's another one. I did a lot of research, clearly. I was trying to sound like we are the
So
most
sophisticated.
intelligent podcast in the world. Like, people listening in, all of our 5 listeners are
sophisticated.
probably like, oh my God.
They
these
have this
two-
together.
These two are not dysfunctional at all, or
Barely function.
Oh my God. Okay. By the second episode, I'll have it together.
Hopefully.
But I want people to think that they leave learning something from us.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully.
what's your second
So
bullet
the
point?
second one, it's from the psychology people.
The APA.
The APA, exactly, you're a smart cookie, said that friendships usually don't end because of drama. They fade because nobody keeps in touch. Ouch.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Because the older you get, I mean, a lot of things come on your plate and you just drift apart. You get other things to do, and
Yeah.
it's difficult to keep up sometimes to make that phone call that you need to do. But the real friendship, in my opinion, is when you reconnect after a year and you pick up where you left off.
Yeah. I have friends that I've been keeping in touch with them since my early 20s, for example, and they live in other states.
Yeah.
And we pick up exactly where we left off because we make an effort to stay in touch with each other, or you and I.
Yeah.
And I think it's the effort, having an intention behind your friendship and the effort you put into that.
Of course. And
friendship.
sometimes it happened with us as well that we didn't talk for a
breakup?
while.
It's when we broke up.
We
When
never
you
broke up
with me.
Okay, we never broke up. Never
We broke
happened.
up. This is why I want to start a podcast with you, so I can
Address
find
this?
a way to address
to tell
the
your
breakup.
side of the story. You know what? I have my side of the story to tell, but this is
You know,
going to
sometimes
be-
there's no two sides to a story. There's just one side, and it's my
wow.
side. Okay.
You know what? Let's put that aside. We will address it
But
next time.
back to our intelligent study.
Intelligent
Why
study.
friendships drift apart. Some drift apart. Some stay connected.
To
like you
that
and I.
point, like look at us, right? Like
Yeah.
on paper, our friendship shouldn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me. Like, I am married. I have 2 kids, and I'm doing this podcast with you.
Yeah,
But on
full
the side,
plate.
yep. And on the side, I have a business I'm
You
starting
have a
with
full
my
table.
husband. Full table, full car,
plate,
full house,
full house,
everything
full of
full.
everything.
And then a business with my husband. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, I don't have anything else to do. Let's make the marriage more fun. Entrepreneurship.
And add more to your
Woohoo!
plate.
I know. And you, completely different.
Completely different than you. I am single and thriving, I like to think. And
You are.
I have no kids, ton of animals, more than I should have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the fashion and in the film industry. And I feel like, you know what I was thinking the other day? That our schedules should be allergic to each other. Like, we should not be getting along
We
with
should
how
not.
opposite our lives are.
However, still, regardless of that difference, I mean, I call you sometimes from a car, sitting in my car crying.
Yeah, and
You
a
call
lot
me
of
from
phone
like
calls from the car while you're picking up your
airport
kid.
bathrooms,
I've called
crying.
you from a lot of airport bathrooms.
Yes.
I've called you from film sets.
That one, yep.
It's so funny when last time I was like, it's just, I have to take this medical phone call. It's
Yeah.
really important.
It's a
And
doctor
I'm
for
the-
my health, for my mental health.
It's good for my mental health, but it's actually my bestie on the line, and I'm talking shit about all of you with her. So
But we make it work. We put effort into it. On that note, let's talk about what makes real friendships work. But before we get to that, let's talk about our first impression of each other when we met each other.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. First impression. Ooh. Well, we met through our other bestie. Shout out to Marcel.
Marcel, we love
who
you.
Wants nothing to do with this podcast or us right now. She's like, keep me out of it. But we met through Marcel. You guys were pretty much besties since you were 1.
1 year old, yeah.
Crazy. And I met you through her, and we picked you up. We were on our way to a nightclub.
Yes,
We fell in love with each other the second we laid eyes on each other.
right. No, but we went to a nightclub, and instead of just partying, what you do, dance at a nightclub. I mean, who was it? I think it was Tiesto playing. Yeah,
It was Tiesto.
And we said the booth next to him, and we're like, he's too loud, like the music.
We're
Like, can
"He's
you
so
lower
annoying."
the
Yes, like,
volume?
can you lower the volume real quick? We're trying to like get to know each other. We're on a date.
Yeah, we were talking for like 3 hours.
And I remember we're getting like endless bottle service.
Yeah.
What a dream for anybody that comes to Vegas, and
Yeah.
we have it.
And all
so
we cared about is
accessible,
talk.
and we just don't care.
Yeah.
And I just remember the girls, the bottle servers, when they came with the what is
lights.
it, like the lights and the bottles, and everybody was trying to get our attention.
And we
Whose
were
birthday? It was
so
somebody's
immersed.
birthday.
What were we talking?
And we kept getting bottles after bottles, and we didn't even drink. We're just like, okay, we're like, okay, happy birthday. Okay, cool. So anyway, and then
I was
okay,
so
so
immersed
this
into the
guy
conversation.
and this thing,
But
3 hours.
the first impression of you that I had was mostly
shoot.
my earpiece is falling off. Okay, I'm gonna
It's
be
okay.
honest. Since this is a show about honesty,
Honesty,
my
keep it real.
earpiece
Fix it.
is
Just learn.
falling off, and I cannot hear our wonderful Nick. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick.
Yes,
our
he is a
lovely producer.
Yeah. Get the
he's just
camera on her
best.
while I'm struggling here.
So we were just chatting it up 3 hours straight. We wanted nothing to do with anybody else besides talk about our problems to each other. And I was fascinated that you were able to keep up with my story and all my side stories.
Oh,
And you were like really on point. And then you were actually invested in the side stories too. And that tells me a lot about our friendship.
well, thank you. And I was actually fascinated to meet someone so pure-hearted. Honestly, I mean, obvious the gorgeousness,
Keep
the
going.
beauty, and the
Jesus.
bod. I mean,
Oh.
if you want me to go into details, I
Okay,
can,
but
but
let's
I'm not
go
going
into
to.
how much time do we
That
got?
is like after hours podcast. But
Wow. All right. So, okay.
But with you, honestly, just the way you're just pure-hearted, pure-minded, so open, you're so honest, and that was a unique trait that you come across in human beings. So it was wonderful to meet someone so refreshing, and I was so fascinated by you, by your stories, and I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, and what happened? Since then we've been
what are some friendship red flags?
Interrupting each other. I was on the roll here, and there you go.
I was like, okay, I get it.
You're like, moving on.
I'm like, I get it. I'm amazing. Let's move on. But some, okay.
Thank you.
Patience.
You need to learn patience.
I need to learn patience. I think I've done really well this year.
You're doing great.
With patience. But friendship red flags, I would say, oh, wait, was my question to you?
Yeah, you asked.
I'm like, let me ask you a question so I can answer.
Jealousy.
Ooh.
That's a big one. Lying.
I hate liars. You hate liars. You hate a liar.
I don't forgive.
Who doesn't hate a liar?
I forgive
Only
mistakes.
Only a liar doesn't hate a liar. That was a good one.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So deep.
Intelligent conversations, guys.
By Ermelinda. But honestly, I forgive mistakes when I can see someone honestly feeling bad about what they did. I do not forgive liars when they deny.
When I know you lied, I'm done. I'll never let you know I'm done, but I'm just done.
You will just disconnect.
Yeah.
You'll just distance yourself.
Yeah.
And then I also don't like drama. I don't like unnecessary drama when they blow up something small into something big. Oh my God. But
that's a friend that's not a true friend in your life. Yeah. That every time you have an achievement or success story, or you're doing really well, maybe you got a promotion, or maybe you finally saved enough money to go on vacation with your husband or your whoever, and they will find something to make you question that, or for you to feel
insecure
or insecure about it. So that's a huge red flag.
Yep.
We don't mess around with that.
What about the green?
Oh yeah, green flags. Green flags. I would say somebody that accepts you
for who you
unconditionally. Yeah.
And when you support each other, when you like our friendship, when we do something
patience.
When we do something for each other, we're just doing it because out of the care we have for each other. We care for each other. We just want the other person to succeed and be happy without any expectations.
Yeah.
We don't do anything for each other with the expectation, oh, now you owe me.
So you're not doing a red flag would be, we're past red flags. Green flag would be, I fully support you. I'm so happy for you. Even if you don't have that, you just fully are happy for that person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you show up for them without any intention or any expectation back.
You know, and there is a fine line between jealousy and motivation. Like if someone is jealous, they will try to put you down and try to do what you're doing. But motivation is when, oh my God, you got this wonderful car. For example, let's just take a car, right? Oh my God, you got a new car. I love it. That's so good for you. It suits you. I love it. And then you motivate me to work harder to get that car as well, or different but similar.
Or that promotion, or
absolutely, like something
go
that,
after that guy.
As a motivation, you're happy.
Go after that guy. Well, that's actually a real thing. If for friends are single together, there will be. This hasn't really happened to me, but I've seen it happen to other people where you're really excited for a new person you're talking to, and then your single friend does not want you to fully find happiness. So they will say, no, he's not really all that. Or, oh my God, oh, he did that. Oh, he picked you up in a red car and it was in blue. They'll find the dumbest excuses to
create drama out of nothing.
Back to your point.
Yeah. Well, on that note,
I'm rethinking some people. I'm like, wait a minute.
Stop overthinking things.
But this is a space where we come to overthink. Okay, this is what we're doing. Okay.
You want to overthink. If we spiral,
that in
it's going to... Well, not overthinking, just talking about the drama, but we don't need to spiral because the 30-minute podcast will not be enough to address it.
You help me not spiral.
Yes.
That's the green flag.
That's the green flag. But I also, since we're talking about true friendships, I got some questions that I prepared.
You're really prepared today.
Yes,
you told me you were going to surprise me, but I didn't know what to expect. I thought you'd bring like a cake. I didn't expect
I don't eat cake
to be interrogated.
I would bring a cake for you, but I don't eat cake. This is something for both of us. Okay, so there are a couple questions that I prepared, 3 to be precise.
Okay, I like that.
To test out
Short
how well
and
we
sweet.
know each other. And I don't know the questions also. ChatGPT helped me. I just copy pasted. I took them.
Okay.
We're here. So I'm going to ask the question. We both are going to answer it. Okay.
These are questions for you to see how much we know each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I'm going to. No competition. I love you. We're
Okay.
true
We just
friends.
said that's like a friendship red flag.
Yeah,
so
no competition,
Okay.
but I'm going to win.
Red flag.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm reading it. I'm like, what? Okay. If I was on a reality show, which one
Oh my
would
God.
I get kicked out of first and why?
Oh my God. That's a horrible question. Because I
Okay, you
no idea.
Bachelorette. For you. I'm just answering.
If you were.
If you were.
Oh, if I was?
Yeah. If you were a reality show, but The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, whatever, the reality shows, I think that one you would get kicked out of because you would kick some butt.
I'm way too territorial. I'll be like, he's
Exactly.
mine. I don't even like him, but he's mine.
Yeah, you will be like, back off.
Back off. I'll probably become friends with all the girls, actually. Like, how like I'm super
You will,
social,
but
I'll
then
become
if
friends
you're
with
not
everybody.
interested in a guy. But
Yeah.
you're very territorial, to your point.
Okay, so now if you were in a show,
Yeah. Which reality show? I know, this is such a weird question.
this is such a. Can we skip this
No.
question? Okay,
I answered.
If you were in a show, I feel like you're putting me on the spot. Literally, if you were in a show. Where is that nude? What's that nude show? What is that nude show?
I'm listening to Nick.
Naked and Afraid. Thanks, Nick. This is
Nick,
why he
yeah,
needs to be
that's
in our
why we
ear.
need the earpiece, because Nick
This
is
is why we
helping
need
us
Nick
out.
in our lives.
Yeah.
Naked
Thanks,
and
Nick.
Afraid. I think
Have you seen that show? I don't even know.
I've just seen glimpses, but that's the only one.
What is it about?
Love Island.
What is that
I
about?
have no idea. I don't watch any of the show.
Oh, you just names. Okay. Why would I
can we
get
skip
kicked
it?
out?
I'm over it. Can we just skip
Fine.
it? I know you. Trust me.
You do know me.
know
Okay,
you.
let's see. What's the most ridiculous thing I've ever cried over?
Oh my God. Well, you don't really cry. You don't really cry. What is the most ridiculous thing you cry over? Oh my God. I'm feeling like a tap.
I feel like we need, sorry, I'm giving you a moment to think,
Okay.
but we need to come up with a way, Nick, that we have your comments heard by other people so they know why I'm sitting here giggling
look
while
like a
you're
lunatic?
making jokes in my ear. Okay.
Well, okay. So the thing that makes you cry recently?
Yeah. Not recently. The most ridiculous thing. Wow, this is a torture session for Melinda.
And the lights and I'm sweating. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of it. I feel like I'm back in like class.
But to your point, you're right. I rarely cry, and it has to be
Yeah, see,
something.
that was an answer. I did good. Thank
Yeah.
you. You rarely cry. That was a tricky question.
The most
You were setting
ridiculous
me
thing,
up.
probably crying over a movie. I mean, it's
Really?
yeah. Oh, there are a handful of movies
Okay.
that will make me cry.
So, what would make me cry? The most ridiculous thing
I mean, you
just
cry.
cried.
You just
I
cry.
just cried this
if
morning.
if we tell you don't cry, you will cry. So
I
that's the
cried
most
this
ridiculous
morning.
thing. Here.
I cried this morning.
She did.
I cried this morning because I found out something happened to somebody,
Yes.
and I internalize things and I make it.
Overthinking.
I overthink it, and I think, wow, if I was in their shoes, how I would feel. And then I start believing that now this is also happening
Meaning
to
to
me.
you. Yes. So
I was
spiraling. Yep.
spiraling.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, one more question. Let me ask you one more question. Okay. Wonderful question. We were just talking about what's the one thing you can say that will instantly get me to spiral? Obviously, to you, anything, you will just spiral into deep thoughts by Ermelinda.
Well, thank you. That's a great introduction for my first episode. Everything will make me
But
spiral.
you do internalize. You're empathetic. So you, if something happens, and if it's something that is not a good news, or you internalize it, you start
Yeah.
spiraling, and you go into
I
places
start
you shouldn't.
researching. I start
Yeah.
reaching out to people, trying to get them help. It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot.
But about you, why couldn't you ask me like, what's my favorite color? What's my favorite
Because
drink?
you
You're
already
asking
know.
me, you're like interrogating me.
Because I already asked you those questions a couple days ago to teach you something about me, and
Teach
you
me a
know it.
lesson? Okay.
To teach you a
But
lesson.
I knew the, you should,
Oh, what's my favorite drink? Fine, let's go to what's my favorite drink?
oh my God. Oh boy. Okay. Your favorite drink. You know what it is? It's like, old age right now, it's catching up for me. And I feel that I'm not remembering things the same way. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh, I love how you're using your age excuse.
No, it's real.
Right.
I don't remember things.
Yeah,
I don't remember your favorite drink.
Right. You don't remember my favorite
No,
drink?
I do. It's the thing. It's the one that you get with the one that you always get.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. The one that which
Yeah.
one is that exactly?
It's the one that you've gotten every single time, and you get it with It has olives. What is that called? Cosmo? No. Martini? I don't know.
Nick thinks it's Sex on the Beach, but that's not it.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick. That's not it.
And it's the one, espresso martini. Oh,
Whoa,
I feel
that
like I
was
deserve a
painful.
gift. I deserve, like,
bro, a
vacation
trophy
package.
Yeah, a trophy. Good job. Every bartender listening to this will be like, "Wow, this girl is
every Vegas
helpless."
bartender right now is like, what have we taught them? all
You are
these years?
86th from our bar. Your favorite drink is pretty much. I'll get the same.
I'll get the same. Yeah. I'll get the same.
No, but what's true is true. Like you're always. I will order. and
Let's
you're
not
like,
talk
"I'll
about
just
that
get
one
the same."
time that I got the same.
We need to talk about
We'll
it one
talk about
time.
it another time.
Yeah, that's one of the iconic stories.
So
But I think that will be it for our questions. I don't want to
Really?
torture you more.
I
Yeah.
just have so much more to say. This is it.
What do you have to say? I'm all ears.
I
One
just
ear,
have
the
to
other one
say
is Nick.
that this has been a learning experience or a learning process.
To
Me
come
getting to know you better.
Oh,
I
Only
think
two
it's great that no, I think it's great that we covered the green flags and red flags because somebody reached out to me a couple of days ago and expressing a situation that they were going through something really heavy with a friend of many years together and they just couldn't wrap their minds around the most simple thing that they did. But that little thing, I feel that it exposed so many layers of that person.
interesting. And that actually reminds me. Did I cut you off?
I'm trying to learn.
I'm
and
so
you're-
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
rubbing
sorry.
off. on you.
But just reminded me of the thing that I just recently saw. A video of the interview of Simon Sinek. He's
That British guy.
the British guy. He's an English author. He wrote. I'm sorry. He's an American author, but he's British, and he is famous for his Know Your Why. But during the interview, he shared the story of how his friend reached out to him, and she mentioned that she was going through something and she needed his help, but he was unavailable, and he was so confused. He got so upset. He's like, "But you never asked for my help. I didn't know I wanted to be there. How will I know?" And she's like, "No, I reached out
actually
to you
so
a week ago." And so he opens up his phone and he sees a text from her a week ago saying, "Hey, are you available? No. Do you want to hang out?"
Yeah.
Something like that. And he was like, "This is how you always reach out to me. How would I know
Yeah.
that you're in distress?
Because
You
he's
need
probably
my
like,
support."
"Oh, I can't. I'll just text you later because I'm doing things." Yeah.
And she was uncomfortable to share that at that moment she was feeling bad. So apparently then she mentions a study that she read.
Oh.
Yeah, that says that it only takes 8 minutes, quality time, 8-minute conversation with your best friend or good friend to get over a stressful situation. So they came up with a code word or text to each other. So they text each other, "Hey, do you have 8 minutes?" That's a sign that, "Hey, I need you." And the other person obviously would drop everything
That is so
to
good.
just give 8 minutes. So I thought, oh my God, this is such a genius idea.
That is genius.
Yeah, just a code word. Hey, this is because sometimes it's hard to
Yes.
ask for support, help, and admit that you're in pain. So
I feel we still have that with each other. I will never say, "I really need you. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
It's such a prideful thing, or you're worried to be too much for your friend. You never want to say, I need you." So finding that code
Yeah.
But right now, as you're talking, this is why I spaced out for a second. I'm like, oh my God.
You weren't listening? That's why you
No, I
don't
was
remember
listening.
anything. Okay.
This is why I don't remember anything. It's not old age. I just don't pay attention. No, I was actually thinking of the people that have reached out in the past, and they're like, hey, do you have 2 minutes?
Oh,
and I
dang.
look at my phone and I'm thinking, how dare you? How dare you think?
I knew that's what you would think.
I'm like, how
I'm
dare you
busy.
even text me? I'm busy. Like, what makes you think I can't even talk to you right now? So they probably needed me. Is it
Yeah.
too late to reach back?
I mean,
it's been
if
a year. Like,
yeah.
hi, I'm available.
You know,
Hi, I'm here.
Narine made me question my
Hi.
entire approach.
Existence. I'm here now. I'm a great friend. So, well, on that note,
Yeah. So
I think-
if our listeners have that their bestie,
our 5 listeners and mom, if you
Mom?
need me, text
Yes,
me. Do you have
text-
5 minutes or 8?
8 minutes.
I'll probably be like, not now, mom. Not now.
That
Today's
was not
the
the
day.
lesson. That
Okay,
was not
but
the lesson.
here, because we're very informative, we're very intelligent. This is a
Educational.
educational type of podcast.
Right. Full disclosure, we don't have any kind of certifications. We are not certified to be
we're not.
psychologists or anything like that.
Yes.
So,
Full disclosure. You come here for laughter,
yes.
to do absolutely nothing, but walk away feeling like you are not alone.
Yes. And you looking at us, you'll be like, wow, if they're such a mess and they're doing fine, we'll be fine
If they
too.
can pull it together, then I can definitely pull it together. But definitely, we're not here for any type of therapy sessions or lessons. Do not cancel your therapy appointment.
Yes.
But I do think, as you were talking, I was
Mm-hmm.
just thinking, what would make it fun? We can have people send
Mm-hmm.
us their favorite friendship stories,
Yes.
and maybe even walk out of this thinking, you know what?
Let me
Because
call my
these
fa-
two are
Yeah.
so smart. I'm gonna now start reaching out. You're like rolling your eyes.
I'm like, right.
I'm gonna now start reaching out to my friends and say, hey, when I really need you, can I just say, do you have 2 minutes or 5 or 8? I think that's a great
They can create their own code word.
their own code.
So-
So I think it's a good thing to take
forward
away.
our podcast to them so they understand what you're talking about, right? Like make sure that they know the story, the full
Smart
story.
cookie. I see what you're
And
doing.
forward our podcast, not Simon Sinek's
Yeah,
interview.
forward
okay?
our podcast,
Yeah.
share our podcast on all platforms. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, in order for you guys to walk out of this episode with something new that you're learning or you're getting something out of it, just share our podcast, okay? It will bring you a lot of good health and friendships that
Yeah.
are long lasting.
So on that note, we're gonna end our first.
So what I was trying to say, I'm not done yet. I have so much more to say.
much more.
On that note, I was thinking that people should send us their, like I was saying, their friendship stories. What makes a friendship last for so long? Tips that they can share with us, that we can share with other people, and
we can read that. Like, yes, send our the stories
Yeah.
of your the best moments or your breakup moments. What made you
breakup stories.
Yeah,
Breakup
We can
stories.
address it on the podcast. That's a great idea.
And we can talk about our breakup story.
There you go again. Never happened.
it
We
absolutely
never broke
happened.
up, and
You
that's
broke up
not
with
going
me.
to be a thing. Okay, you
was-
know what? Thank you for tuning in. I'm
No.
done with this
No,
conversation.
no,
We
no,
never
I'm
broke
not
up.
done yet. We have
Nope,
so much
nope,
more
mm-mm.
to go
Thank you.
over and talk about. It was the one time that you remember that you